Wouldn't be a stream without scuff. Goodness gracious. I did not mean to start right away. I pushed the button on accident, but that's fine. It wouldn't be stream without stream. Exactly. Uh Heck, hold on, let me put music on. Here's the music player. There we go. Meant the lemon water stream in the starting soon animation. True. Okay, well, thankfully I did everything I was planning on doing. You guys don't need to see a used up gift card for my water. I was trying to clean up my desk. It is good to see you, Two Beef. Is your Orgle playlist on shuffle? Yes, it is. I downloaded all of the Orgles and shuffle it. I figure then it's a little more unpredictable. That means you don't know when it's gonna happen. Exactly. Okay, so I can continue working on this, but not for long. As you can see, this is all the black I have left. And my local Michaels doesn't have what I need. Sorry if you're emotional. My parents were here last week. That's okay. It's been a rough little bit for, I think, a lot of people. So don't you worry about it. What am I working on? I'm working on the jacket that I've been kind of working on. It's got that crazy yarn that I was able to make it look plaid. The problem is, so I'm working on the sleeves, but this is all the black I have left. Which is clearly not enough to make a sleeve. So I have to wait until I can get more black. Problem is that the black has been out of stock for a while at my local Michaels. So I have to wait for it to come back in stock to even have the sleeves done. So instead, we're looking at possibly doing the pocketses. So I'm just gonna wind up this black real quick. Make this a little bit more doable. Maybe, possibly. If I can get this. Okay. We're gonna wind this up real quick. It's just something real quick lined. I almost didn't stream today because I had to work late. And I will likely be working late all week, which is heckin' frustrating. Because of that, I showered late and ate late. So it was kind of a mess today. But here we are. We made it, right? One of those days. We found out that my supervisor was quitting, so that was wild. I'm gonna get this, this side to work nicely. It's not. That's fine. We'll just keep winding this until it's good. And then what we're going to do after this is, I haven't decided if I want my pockets to be black or if I want them to match like this bright yellow. So we're going to play with some shapes. Figure out what looks best. So first I want to play with the black, or with a yellow. I actually have almost the exact color. When you look at them side by side, they're very, 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 very close. So we're gonna play with that to start with. But this is what I'm doing for the sleeves. It's kind of a stretchy breathable fabric, which is nice. Because it does kind of get thick. I did the other sleeve. The other sleeve is all done. Just needs to be lint rolled because my cat really likes it. I can breathe too. Wow, you have so much in common with my jacket. Unfortunately, I can't wear you. But yeah, one sleeve done. I do really like it. So this is what the rest of the fabric looks like. Sorry, a lot. It takes up a lot of space. You taxidermize me. After my passing, you can weave a jacket out of me. Use the sinew. So this is what it looks like. I like the pattern quite a bit. I don't know what that is or why it's on the jacket. I'm just concerned that having a pocket of this will be too much. Trying to move it up to where the pocket would be. This is what the bottom is. It's just kind of a ribbing. Just a basic ribbing. So, let's see. I'm not that good at barnyard. A friend of ours just first floated the idea of mummifying me and using my headless body as a vase. It has ribs. It does have ribs. Do your ribs stretch like this? If they stretch that far, you might need to see a doctor. Okay, so they might have after lung surgery. That's fair. So I'm thinking of two different things for this pocket. Well, I'm thinking of a few different things. I gotta figure out what shape I want this to be. I can just do like a really basic plain rectangle or square. That's what my other jacket has, and it's really cool. I do like it a lot. Something... It's very hard to visualize with, you know, with the yarn like this. But, you know, something along that line, where it's just like that, but it goes down and comes to about there, and is just like a rectangle, right? But it's this solid color the whole way. Basic, but it works. A thoracoscopy? Nah, I don't even know what that is. I had another thought, but it might be too busy. It's a kind of lung surgery. No. Since it breathes and has ribs. So my other thought, which may or may not work, I'm not 100% sure, is to have a star-shaped pocket. Which I think could be really cool. Where it's like a star and your hand goes in right here, right? I'm trying to put some more green in there so you can actually see like what's going on. We're just gonna pile it in the middle so it looks kind of like it. It is so hard to tell. I might just make the star. And then if I don't like it, then I'll just hold on to the star for something else. Because this is not helping. Because another thought I had was to do like the rectangle, but it has like a curved edge on one side, which would be complicated, but it would be clean. like that. Hmm. I just worry that this, like, I like the star idea a lot, but I worry it's too much. You know what I mean? Mm, mm. Who's the jacket for? It's for me. I'm not making it for anyone else. The problem is that, like, I always wear plain clothes. So this is kind of like out of the norm for me. I am the kind of person that wears a white t-shirt and jeans almost every single day, which you would not expect looking at my model. I know that's the problem, is like I'm so indecisive about my own taste that I don't know. I think we're all a little extravagant with our VTubers. This is true. And even then, like, I feel like my VTuber is very, I don't want to say plain, but basic in some way. Like it's I don't have a tail. I don't have like crazy effects or anything. I'm just in a dress. If you showed up in a white t-shirt and jeans VTuber, you might be the only one. Not a lot of noise. Yeah, there's not a lot going on. It's very, I don't want to say monotone either, because there's plenty of color. It's just, like when you compare it to Moo and Kaiko's model, like theirs are very dramatic. Mine is very calm. The color theory is on point. This is true. I definitely got that tricolor point going on. I'm so conflicted. Moo's model is Frankenstein's model at this point. True. I think if I did a star, I wouldn't be able to put my phone in it. Which is actually kind of important. So I think I need to do, I don't want to do a plain square. Even though a plain square could be really nice, I could do like a fancy square. Like I did on my other jacket. I have another crochet jacket with pockets that have special stitches on them that are really pretty. But I kind of think if I could figure out how to do this shape, you know, like a hoodie shape. Like that somehow. So that I have a place to put my hand on the side. But I'm not sure exactly how to do that. I have an idea. Or if I just do a square, big ol' heckin' square, I could do one of my many different fancy stitches, which could be fun with a plaid. If you make it the jacket for me, I'd love a gold star. Yeah, I agree. I like the idea of the star, but I feel like this may not be the jacket for it. I think one of these days I need to make a crochet jacket to look like my top. I think that would be so cute. It's a good point. You have so much going on. Yeah, exactly. And I was thinking about even on the back doing something with black, like a small, well, not small, but a design on the back. So I think the pockets need to be more plain. You already have the nails to match. I don't know what it is about these nails, but I was just like, I really like that color. And I like that they're matte, so that's what I did. Okay, so let me look at my squares that I have on my Google Drive, because I have a lot of, well, actually I could pull it up on Pinterest probably. See what kind of stitches I've got. Because I haven't decided that either. I was going to do a little bit of this before stream, and then I pushed the button too quick on accident. See, and the other thing was I could do black for the pockets, but I kind of want to do a color. Okay, we're going to put this to the side. A big ol' hankin' chonker. And we're going to go to my crochet board. And we're going to go into my stitches. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see if I can make... We'll just do this. Let's see what we've got. That might work. Okay. So, what would be cool? All sorts of kinds of stitches, but I want it to be something kind of solid. Diagonal chevron. What does this look like? A pain in the butt is what it looks like. I don't want it to be something that needs multiple colors. I want it to be fairly... Oh, I could do Tunisian. That would be kind of fun. I think this would go pretty well. How do I do this? Oh, it's Tony Crochet. Honeycomb crow. Okay, it's basically the same. Maybe I'll do this. Okay. We're gonna do that. I might have to pull this over here real quick. What I've got in here. Not any of the hooks that I want to grab. I need to figure out where my Tunisian crochet hook is real quick. Hold plus. All right. You guys are in for a treat. I'm going to show you something I'm not very good at. It is a completely different kind of crochet that I don't have a lot of practice in yet. Probably long enough. Do that, and then we need these. I knew someday this would come in handy. Now, I'm gonna be super honest. I don't know how well this is gonna work as a pocket, but we'll find out together. Okay. Threw that into. So this is a Tunisian hook. I have a wire on the end because it works similarly to knitting. So to start, we're just gonna crochet normally. I'm gonna crochet my, this is gonna drive me bonkers. A Night in Tunisia is a jazz standard that you had to play a lot as a child. Nice. Oh, that's right. I remember why I hated this, because I hated this hook. It has nothing to do with like the style of crochet. It's actually a really cool type of crochet, but this hook sucks. So it was fun. Nice. I'd have to look it up, and I don't want to get copyright struck, so I'm gonna do it on another tab. You appreciate the stream? Thanks. I appreciate you being here. I know I haven't been super good about streaming like on time and doing, you know, craft streams on craft stream days and all that. Oh boy, this is gonna drive me bonkers. I'm gonna take this off until I need it, if I need it. I can handle that sound so much better. Okay, there we go. That's so much better. Maybe. Jury is still out. Okay. You don't mind if you don't craft on craft day. I know, it's more of a like, I said I was gonna do it, so I should just do it. I shouldn't allow myself excuses, and that can be difficult sometimes, you know? Okay, so we need to figure out how wide this pocket needs to be. So I need to put this on and see if that is wide. Well, actually, just imagine putting my hand in it. Maybe just a little smaller. I'll take a couple of these stitches. Then I need to make sure, I think I need to make sure it's a multiple of 2. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 30, 31, 30, then 1 for turning. I don't want to watch the video. I just want to see the pictures of it. Over any even number of stitches. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I used to think that way before I joined my philosophy department. Now I allow myself quiet quitting and malicious compliance. Like, I agree with that on most times, but during, like, for things that are technically for myself, I don't feel like that's fair to myself, you know? Okay, I just had to make sure I was looking at this right. So, what makes this kind of crochet different from my normal, from normal crochet is instead of working like stitch by stitch, you're working line by line. So it's more like knitting. So in this case, I'm just gonna move it. I'm not sponsored by Go-Go Squeeze. I just wanted some applesauce. So you're doing half of a stitch at a time, similar to knitting. This is kind of like if knitting and crochet had some weird bastard baby. And I'm really slow at it in comparison to my other crochet because I'm still kind of learning it. Okay. Look at all these loops on. Most of the time people cut this from their stuff. You have nice viewers, and why not roll out the red carpet when you are one of them? Is this the Twitch scandal of 2026? The lemon VTuber secretly just eating tubs of applesauce? 100%. Like, if that is the only scandal that happens, I think we're doing really well as a society. But we all know that that's not true. Oh, fuck. This is on. Oh my god. I hate this so much. Tunisian is so much easier if you are a knife holder, in my opinion. And I am not. And I hate this hook. This would be so much less frustrating if I had a different hook, I think. I just don't have one that is correct for this. Maybe I need to look. These hooks were so expensive. Hey Supa, what's up? A knife holder? Oh, so, okay, so there's kind of two ways that people hold crochet hooks. So I'm a pencil holder, so you hold it kind of like a pencil when you're working with it. I find that more comfortable. That's how I was taught. However, a knife holder holds it overhand like this, and I feel like that does so much better for this because it's easier to see or like have a fine control of where you're putting stuff. It's just really frustrating. Two ways to hold a crochet: pencil holder and the knife holder. The one that wins is the one that you feed. Yeah, this is true. I don't know if it's like, I feel like everyone I've seen that does Tunisian crochet like a lot is a knife holder. Maybe there's something to that. Or maybe I'm just bad at Tunisian. Heck. And of course everything's connected. That's an offensive stereotype. I feel like it's also kind of interesting. I think a lot of newer crocheters, a lot of them do knife holding as well. I feel like pencil grips are less common. Mm-hmm. 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 Man, I'm really excited for the Animal Crossing thing to come out, because it'll be So exciting. You started practicing some basic crochet? What are you making? I'm so excited. I want to know more. I heard those people, they're using those Tunisian crochet. They're all knife holders. All those Tunisian crocheters. Ours don't talk that way. Some of my best friends are Tunisian crocheters. Is there a new game? There's not a new game, but they're doing a big update on the 15th. They're adding some more content. And my Animal Crossing streams seem to do really well, so maybe I'll go back into that for a little bit while that update is out and new. That's next week. I gotta make sure my Switch is updated and all that too. It's not down here. Nothing yet, just a straight line of 10 or so stitches. That's how you make, are you making like chains? That's how you make worms and snakes. Don't practice what I'm practicing. This is hard. This is hard shit. I do not suggest this. She made a square. That's better than like 90% of people. A lot of people can't make squares. They can only make circles. Okay. Now for the interesting part. So now return pass. You chain one, and then you're pulling through 2 loops every time. So you're going, oh, for fuck's sake. I hate this hook. I don't know if I can do it with this hook. Like this, all the way across. I believe this is right. Yes. And I brought my Tunisian crochet into the MRI with me. You know what kind of crochet do they use in the MRI? I don't know. And I aced that MRI. The doctors, they're real good. Some are really good knife holders. And I met some great knife holders, but this doctor... I feel like you can't do it without the hands. If you don't do the hands, you're not in character enough. I'm still learning all the loops you can do. I did knit in middle school, so it's nice to try again. Oh, nice. I did not knit. I tried knitting when I was in like middle and high school, something like that. I hated it. I hated it so much. Generally speaking, I can only work with like one like anchor hand at a time, and you need 2 for knitting, and I just couldn't do it. It's the same reason I wasn't a piano player or clarinet player. Or sports ball person. I just did not have the coordination. So there's these Venezuelan knife holders, the real bad guys. They make the craziest squares. You wouldn't believe the squares they do. He'd be a good accordion player since he has the muscle memory down. This is true. Just wrapped up my bass practice. I'm getting back into it because I lost my drive to practice. Yeah, that's fair. I held my netting needles at the far end instead of near the tips. That sounds wild. I couldn't do that. I have a set of knitting needles, and so in my old job when Joanne closed. Fuck. Oh shit, hold on. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. One of my coworkers went to the to Joann's like clearance sale, and they found a bunch of like instant knit, which has like the knit stuff cast on for you. So it's supposed to be easier to learn with. but it uses massive knitting needles. Let me see if I've got them down here. These things are like weapons. I think I've got. Yeah. Look at this fucker. Thing is massive. It is so thick. It's a 13. I was like, what the fuck? Holding this was awful. It wasn't until after I had watched some people. There's another streamer that I watched, Edward Lopi. He's great. He does a lot of knitting. He was like, oh yeah, no, use wooden ones to start with because they're easier to hold. I started with fucking metal because I started with metal with crochet. I was like, oh, that would make sense. And start with thinner ones because they're easier to manipulate than thicker ones. Well, here I fucking am. I don't do anything the easy way. I learned everything the hardest way possible, but that makes me extremely good at it. Okay, and just like with learning how to do things the hard way, I'm not jumping in with a normal Tunisian stitch. I'm going in with a smock stitch. So, okay, let's see what we need to do. With the what? It's a smock stitch. It's smock stitch. The smock. Is that good? I think it looks nice. I think it would look good with the texture of the rest of the crochet. If it doesn't, then I'll just have a square. A neon green square in that stitch. The stitches are pretty. I like them a lot. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if this is worth doing yet. We're gonna find out. We're about to find out. Okay. Holy shit, this is driving me crazy. I'm gonna tie that end for now. Okay. Insert hook under the front vertical bar of each of the next 2 stitches, yarn over. Pull through 2 loops. Okay. Wait. What? Maybe I need to watch a little bit of this just to make sure I'm doing this right. I think I'm just gonna do a quick scan of this video. I'm gonna mute it so you guys don't listen to it. Just so I don't get copyright. I don't think that Tony would do that, but she might.
For this sample, I'm working.
Oh god, she's so loud, sorry. Mute the whole desktop audio while you're at it. Yeah, might as well. I keep accidentally skipping it. Okay, this part I got. Okay. So I see the same part of the stitch. I just want to make sure I'm doing the right part. I'm doing the right thing. Does she skip the first one? I think she skips the first one. And then I think she goes into these 2, like this, and then yarns over. And then I think you have to be specific about which way you yarn over. I don't know if it actually matters. And then you do the same thing over and over. Like that. But let me see if it looks like there's a difference. Oh my god, I fucking hate yarning over like that. Oh, I see, it does make a little bit of a difference. Okay. That sucks. I hate that. Okay. So what I'm doing is when you look at it, there's these bars here, right under here. I'm combining those to make little V's. That. And then I have to yarn over a specific way so that the V, like the outside of this V, is in the front instead of around the back. It does make a difference because it'll look cleaner this way, which sucks because I hate it. Because if you see, it's just kind of free floating. Sucks. And unfortunately, my tension is all fucked because of it. Excuse me as I clumsily make my way through this. We're all gonna learn today. Man, I had the wildest fucking dream last night that I had bought like part of town hall that was connected to not even like my city's town hall. Our town hall does not look like what was in my dream. But it was like some small town's town hall. And it was connected to a mall of some kind. And then but the mall was dead and nobody wanted to like build shops there. So like I was trying to revive it. But then I went down to the basement of the mall and it was like this wild, like Tokyo looking place. Like just full of shops. There was, I mean, Dolce & Gabbana and Gucci was there. Just like wildly popular things were at this underground market. But they didn't want to build shops in the actual mall. They wanted to be underground. I did not understand. And I woke up and I was so confused. I'm still confused. Why did my dream think that I would be able to afford that? That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Oh, for fuck's sake. I think this is difficult because there's not a lot of fabric for me to hold on to yet. Oh, did you guys see that Furin is getting another season? Oh, we're so excited. Oh, this stitch is gonna make me crash out. Like I said, I don't do anything the easy way. Did I fuck that? I fucked it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. And I think I still need to do that. And these. Just this one. Oh my god. I hate how stuttery this is. Not that. We want to turn down the quality. Let's turn it down. Okay. Still gonna loop over, which is what I did here. And then in here. But I left a stitch undone. Do I have an odd number of stitches? Is that what happened? Does that mean I have to start over? Guys, I super fucked it. Okay. I thought I had counted. I thought I had counted right, but apparently I didn't. Or I did the beginning of it wrong, which is definitely possible. Hi, Blue. I'm not playing a game. I am crocheting, or attempting to. I am doing Tunisian crochet today. I need to practice counting. Counting is hard. Like, once you kind of understand where stitches are, you end up not needing to count so much. But it is so hard in the beginning, like, knowing exactly where stitches need to go, and it's just a pain in the butt. Okay. So she skips it. She skips the first one, which is what I did. Do you know that machines can't crochet? I did know that. So did I miss something somewhere else? Let me make sure before I tear everything back. Got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then it would be this one plus the last one. So it is even. Right? Unless they're counting this as a different stitch. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to pretend that that's this. I can't pretend that that's stitch. You got your new house pick? Did you see? I did. I really like the counter. The counter was really cool. Okay. Pulled back one stitch. So fucking mad. It's supposed to be an uneven amount, but you start with this an even amount of chains. So dumb. Okay, let's try this again. Should be a little easier now that I've done it once though, because all the stitches or all the loops are pulled up. Are you moving in soon, Blue? Like, I thought you said it was like moved up. Was it moved up to March? I can't remember. I feel like everything's kind of blurred together. Closing in March. Ah, okay, okay. Are you moving in then too? You make it sound like you're gonna have to wait a little bit. Oh my fucking god. There we go. That'll be a little less irritating. But I have to have that on there because it's just too long for this hook. So annoying. Hopefully we sell the current house by then. I hope so, because there's definitely a lot more sellers than there are buyers. Kind of a rough time to try and sell a house. Especially a house, because you have a nice house. I'm not going to ask how much it was, but definitely above a lot of people my age's budget, that's for sure. How's your wife doing? I know she broke both of her legs. Was it both legs or both arms? I think it was both arms, you said. 450k plus 30k in options, yeah. That's rough. I hope you get it back. Oh, come on. I need to look at a better Tunisian hook set. This is driving me crazy. So if I like this, I have to do this twice. Welcome back, Beef. Our current house was like 390. You need to sell it at 370 to break even. Oh, that's not as bad. I mean, it's still outside of a lot of people's price range, but that's not nearly as bad. The value on our house keeps going up. We paid like 190, and I think it's currently valued at 250 or close to, which is nice. Nice and not nice. I don't want to pay more. Broke a leg in both arms. Okay, so I was somewhat right. Is she doing okay? We went to the doctor and she's weight bearing now? That's good. Okay, this part takes a lot of concentration. Stupid. I'm glad she seems to be healing well at least. The one time I broke a bone, I didn't even really break it, but it was the worst. There were so many things I couldn't do. I had taken a swim class then too. I couldn't even do that. I want to live in a house someday. It's really nice. This is the first house that like I've lived in since I was a kid. And the other house I lived in when I was a kid, they were all either super crowded or falling apart and on really bad side of town. So to live in an actual standalone my house is pretty great. I would not trade it. It also allowed us to get a dog. Got Bubbers. A lot of places around here don't allow dogs. Especially not big dogs. And I refuse to have a small dog. Oh my fucking god. If I would pull less, this would be easier. I think I'm also technically using too small a hook, which is causing a problem. Maybe if I went up a hook size, this would be a little easier. What am I using? 5mm? I think I'm supposed to be using 3.7. I'm in a stupid apartment. It's stupid. Yeah. Dream situation would be to somehow escape philosophy and academia and somehow get a house. Yeah. I get that. Okay, so we skip the first one. Go in this one. We do these. And then yarn over. Okay. We're gonna try this again. I'm not gonna fuck it up this time. Yeah, I feel like owning a house is a lot of people's dreams at this point, which sucks that it feels like such a basic thing that's reduced to a dream for so many people. It's so dumb. We had a we had a realtor come to our house the other day. They're selling a house just up the road. They said, you've been here, you know, so this many years-ish? I was like, yeah, right about there. Yeah, that sounds about right. They said, is the first homeowner's loan the only thing keeping you here? Or I was like, oh no. We don't think we could get another house if we tried. Things are too expensive right now. He's like, yeah, I get ya. I get ya. You liked that last song as the most of the Orgle ones? I think I agree. I like it a lot. Oh my fucking... Okay, there we go. A song that's been etched into the fiber of my being. Yeah, that one doesn't count. I think this one might be my favorite. This one is Snowfall. I think I technically use this one as my my ending screen. It's just very calm. I think if I did everything looser, it would be a lot easier. It's a nice playlist. I've never seen anyone else playlist. It's only because they all kind of go together. And also, I learned my lesson playing the same song on loop for multiple hour streams. You've never seen anyone else use it as their playlist. I feel like I'm kind of alone on that, which is fine. I like the quiet kind of bells feel. It's nice. It's just chill. Okay. And then we turn this side for this. Pull this up. Okay. We got it this time. All I did was expand your consciousness. Okay, now we're just gonna go back across. We're gonna go push this up here like this. And we're gonna do the same thing as we did before. We just gotta make sure that nothing gets like overlapped weird, because that can happen. I was hearing all this dinging in like real life. It was freaking me out. It was just my dryer beeping to tell me it's done. Once you get into a groove, it's okay, but getting into that groove is difficult. And this hook just does not hold the yarn very nicely. I'm starting to think that I don't want to do this pattern just because this is really annoying me. Like, my arms are so tense. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna lose it. Maybe we look at other stitches and see if there's something else I like just as much as this. Oh my god. Then I split the yarn. Okay, here we go. I can't believe that nobody else in the barnyard can hear it. I thought they were all going through it with me and just being dutiful spouses and friends with you. Well, so they can't. The barnyard can't hear it. Because I don't have it playing in a way that they can hear. However, Cornac did hear it because he was active in my streams often enough. Why are your arms tense? Because this specific stitch I'm just kind of struggling with, I think. Okay, so we're gonna try one more round, and if it makes me want to, like, lose my mind, I won't do it. How do they start the next round? Turn pass. Adhesion stitch 1. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. If I don't like this after I go all the way across, then we're not gonna do it. However, I'm gonna try. Mama didn't raise no bitch. Oh fuck. This one. There we go. You know, you have a lot of mutual friends. Some of them are some of my best friends, but they don't know the deedly dee part of me. Yeah, I've scarred quite a few people with it. But it feels like a crime not to keep it in the playlist. There are others. Can we make a support group? I'm pretty sure Cornac is a part of that group. Shock might feel the same way. If you've been personally victimized by Heisei on Orgle, you may be entitled to financial compensation. I literally screenshotted and sent to Discord me playing Deedly Dee in the background of your Path of Exile stream. Or Phasmophobia or whatever it was. I think you sent that one. fucked up that stitch. Hi, Bully, how are you? If you've been personally harmed by the Heisei Orgel, you may be financially compensated. And it just starts playing this song. Perfect. How's the project going? Most of the project's going fine. I'm having to wait for my local Michaels to carry the same yarn that I've been using for the sleeves of the jacket I'm working on. But otherwise, it's almost done. I'm working on pockets and I picked Tough Stitch and I should not have picked this stitch. If I don't like it after this row, I'm not doing it. I'm picking a different stitch. Like, it's a really pretty stitch, but it's making me want to pull my hair out. Like, there has to be some sort of tip for this, I'm feeling. So this is Tunisian crochet. I'm doing a smock stitch, but I think it's just Tunisian crochet in general that's making me want to pull my hair out. Haven't tried Tunisian yet. This is my first like practical use of it. I made a swatch of some different stitches once, and I really like the stitches, but I don't remember having this much of a problem when I did it before. Oh my god. I keep dropping stitches. I keep, like, struggling with tension. Like, this has been really rough for me. If you can't tell. Like, just watching me struggle. I might need to look into, like, a video of how to do this, how to make this easier. Because this is hard. This is really hard for me. Like, I'm holding the stitch or the crochet hook in a way I'm not comfortable with because I've never held it this way before. I don't typically like wooden hooks. It's just not. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hopefully that didn't fuck me over. We're about to see. Like, regular crochet I am extremely good at, but this is something I'm not good at. I have a lot of respect for Tunisian crocheters. Almost to the end of it. Okay. There's another round down. So Here's another problem that I kind of have with Tunisian. So I don't know if you can see it very well. Let me pull this up close. So the stitch itself, very pretty. I like the diamond shape that it comes to. Very cute. However, it's just like it's almost like a hole between every stitch. It's like a line behind it. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I'm just not sure. I don't think this is the way for a pocket. I don't think it is. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to, here's my case for this. We're gonna look at different crochet stitches real quick. It's annoying because this, hi Nelly, this crochet hook set was really expensive and I just cannot fucking stand it. If it had metal hooks, I think it would be fine. But the wood is too grippy, I think. We're gonna put this away. We're gonna find something else. How are you, Nelly? What you doing? Why are these swapped? These are swapped. Okay. Oh man, that made my arms so sore. Okay, just finished watching Columbo. Now I'm gonna watch the silent movie Dare Golem. Interesting. I haven't watched a silent movie in a really long time. Stretch your arms? I'm going to. I'm drinking some water, stretching my arms while I pick a different stitch. I love the alpine stitch. I think they call this the bead stitch, but it's the same thing. It's very pretty. I don't know how I feel about any of these. The waistcoat stitch is super pretty, but I fucking hate doing it. Maybe I do a waffle stitch. It's just different, like, post stitches. I wonder if I could do, well, I think this one is gonna have the same problem. Yeah, it'll have holes in it. I don't want that for a pocket. I want something pretty solid. So we're not gonna do that one. Well, let's see. Excuse me. Maybe all of these are just too much. Where is it? Stardust Melodies. Let's take a look at these. Maybe one of these squares will work. So I've made all of these squares before. This is the, I think this is the one that I have on my jacket. My other jacket that I have. Maybe this, where's the really basic one? Maybe this one. It's kind of messed up and has a lot of tropes in it, but I get the feeling the directors are trying to invert prejudice to call into question the oppressive atmosphere of Europe in the Middle Ages. That sounds fun. What if I go to... Where's it? Like it's squares. I saved this one to use on a... Here, I'll click it. I saved this one in particular to use on a jacket in the future. A lot of these have color work, which is not what I want. I'm looking for just kind of a basic stitch. Little heart. Maybe I just do a waffle stitch and call it good. Make one with a dolphin in its center. Have you seen the rest of the stitches that I'm doing? This one might be worth it. I kind of dig that. Okay. We're gonna use something like... So, here's the jacket itself and why this is a problem. So, this is what it looks like. It's very bright. It's a lot, right? You don't want to put too much texture on it, otherwise it's gonna get kind of overdone, which is kind of why I'm thinking that I like that basket weave kind of look. I think that would be good. Basket weave or like the waffle stitch would be good. What is this? That's cute. Yeah, see, that's kind of why it's so difficult. Like, I don't exactly know what to do. God, this freaking website. You want to learn how to do it? Pay us money. Heck. I see how they did it. That could be doable. So this is what I'm looking at. Kind of a chain looking, like a cable looking thing. But it looks like it's a pain in the butt. Why is this so hard? Why is it so hard to pick this? Why is life hard? Everything is hard. I know. Sucks, bro. Yeah, maybe I just do this. It's cool seeing all these patterns. I collect them like nobody's business. There's some really cool patterns out there, But gosh, when it comes time to pick one, sometimes it's really hard. Here's the waffle stitch. I really think the waffle stitch could do it. Double waffle or regular waffle? I think regular waffle is fine. So it's nice because there's a... This one has a chart, which makes it easy. Looks like it uses all double crochets. This is what we'll do. We're gonna do this. Okay, we're gonna move this out of the way. I have the sleeve done and it's nice and stretchy. Kind of like a mesh a little bit. I really like it. But I need to wait for my local Michaels to get enough black yarn in that I could pick some up. Heck, dude. Okay. Well, that was a bust. But that's okay. It was a learning venture. We're gonna pick something else. And it's going to be this. I can't read Russian. I don't know what it says about how many to do. I'm sure I can make it work with any amount, probably. 3, 8, 9, 10. Probably want to do like group of 3 plus 1. Probably something like that. A little bit more. And then we'll count and do plus or minus based on what we need. One, 2, 3. 20. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 1, 8. One. And we're gonna do something that I read about online, where they only use one turning chain no matter how large of a stitch they use. We're gonna try that. 1. This hook is probably way too big. We might need to go down a hook size, I think. We're gonna go down a hook size. Is too big. I've been over here for a fucking hour and a half and I have nothing to show for it, dude. Okay. Gotta get used to regular crochet again. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I know. It's rage-inducing. It's fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. This chain is gonna be too large. Well, it kind of gets smaller on the way down, so we'll be okay. Like my mason jar cup? Thanks. It was kind of a running joke in my family. Before I ended up getting married, I was actually semi-engaged to someone a long time ago. Um, you know, high school, you went to the military type stuff. Um, that was at the height of the mason jar craze. Um, and it was a running joke in my family that I was going to have a mason jar wedding, and that I needed mason jar everything, and I hated it. I hated it so much. So I told them I didn't want mason jars. So instead of accepting that, my family bought me more mason jar stuff. So my family actually, my grandmother gifted me a set of, I think I have 12 of these mugs. Um, yeah, I mean, it's nice. There's nothing like drinking ice water out of this because it has a weird, like, kind of metallic-y taste. I don't know what it is, but it's almost like the only way I'll drink ice water, so probably the lead or something. This thing is old. Sounds like my dad. I even have like um I have a mason jar shot glass, and I have a cocktail mixer that, or a like shaker that you screw onto the top of a mason jar. Like, I have lids that you screw onto the top of the mason jar. Like, I have all these things, but I don't use mason jars. Must be the minerals in the water. It could be. The area I live in has really high, like a really high mineral content. We have extremely hard water. Because of that, we have like a water filter for the fridge, but our ice cubes don't get that same treatment. Been conscious about my love life. It's okay. It can't, I mean, I don't want to say it can't be that bad, but I don't know. Love is hard, so it's complicated and frustrating, so I think it's worth figuring it out before you do it, you know? Oh, the minerals. I don't mind like having regular minerals in your water. My water isn't black or anything, but I I stayed the night at a guy's house. Um and he was like, "Hey, you want some water? I'll get you some water." I was like, "Yes, please. That would be nice." And he turned on his faucet, and the water that came out was brown. Like straight brown. I was like, "What is that?" He said, "That's just what the water is like here." I'm like, um, I'm good on water. I don't want any anymore." He said, "Nah, it's okay. We got water bottles." Love is gay. True. I'm non-binary, so I don't even know where things like gay and straight work for me. For what it's worth, it's difficult out there for everyone, and then you add any kind of like non-neurotypical thing, and then any kind of like other kind of identity, I just know it gets harder and harder. I'm glad I didn't, well, I don't want to say I'm glad I didn't figure out exactly what I was until I was married, but it would have been nice to know beforehand, but it definitely made it a non-issue, I guess. I know I'm not helping. I should just stick a foot in my mouth. It is not helping anybody. I understand that I'm very lucky to have found a man as good as Shock at a young age. We were dating when we were 25. Like we got very lucky, and I've known him for a long time. So like, I know I got lucky. I have many friends that are single that are my age or older. I know that it's rough. It's hard for me to relate, you know? A bunch of people in India got shuffled off the mortal coil because the toilet sewage water leaked into the drinking water, and 270 people got sick. Yikes. Okay. So here's my plan. I think I can do this like this. And then these are behind this. Can't even bring myself to update my profile. It's not that you're garbage, it's just that you're not your type. Did I do 2 and then 1? Yeah, okay. We're gonna see if this ends up the way I want it to look. I'm hoping it does. Man, so speaking of like getting sick, so I talked about it when we did our Phasmo collab stream, but I had hot pot for New Year's, and it was great. But since then, I haven't been able to eat like anything normal, without my stomach just getting crazy like upset. Like I couldn't even eat ramen yesterday. My stomach just was like, yeah, no, fuck you. I have done things to my toilet that no toilet should ever have to endure. And here we are. Like it's been awful. So I don't know if maybe the meat had something wrong with it, or there were fish balls and spam, or maybe one of the veggies had something on it. Possibility. It's been very frustrating because I just like nothing, literally nothing. And I have leftovers I want to eat, but I can't because my stomach hurts. Am I yelling out of empathy or for my poor sick friend, or because dee? Maybe when I move in a year and a half. At least in underground, there will be some women who took interest in me, but I was too autistic to know what to do with the situation. I get that. You haven't stopped stream to run to the restroom. Yeah. I could change it any minute, though. That's the worst part, is like, I don't even know when it's going to be a problem. It's just going to be a problem. Eventually. Sucks. I told one of my coworkers about the fact that I streamed today. We have a very normal, boring job. She's like, I'd love to go follow you. And I'm like, oh, I need to warn you about what I'm like when I stream. So hopefully she didn't hear this whole bathroom story. That would be awkward. I think she would find it funny, but I need to get a COVID booster before Irish stream because it makes me violently ill, so my body associates D with overwhelming waves of nausea. I need to get a COVID booster. I don't know when my last one was. I have a my doctor's like medical app, there's an app that tracks everything. It would tell me. I know I'm up to date on flu shots, but not on COVID. You mean you're not just like this at work? You'd be surprised. At work, I am so quiet. You probably wouldn't even know I'm there. Like, I keep to myself for the most part because it's just so much easier to keep your head down and just get shit done and not have to worry about it. Next time I get sick, I'll listen to you in the hospital so that my body associates D with what I'm undergoing there too. Okay, so this is the start. We're going to turn it around and we're going to do kind of the opposite, where I'm just doing the front post on the ones that are in front, like this one. I should have done one more stitch. I want D to be everything. I wanted to be there for everything. That's a choice, man. I can't help you with those kinds of choices, man. I wouldn't want that in the hospital. Oh man, Shock and I were reliving Good Charlotte today. It was just kind of like a random thing. I think he saw something on Twitter about them or something. We're just listening to some of their songs. There's a song, I don't even know the name of it. But I'm pretty sure it was on Guitar Hero. He says, I don't recognize the song. I was, really? I recognize it though. It must have been on Guitar Hero, I said, but I played Guitar Hero. Turns out he played Guitar Hero 3, and I played Guitar Hero 2. So we didn't even have the same Guitar Hero. I listened to the living fuck out of the Young and the Hopeless when I was 12. I don't know which album it was on. I don't even remember, like, I don't even know the name of the song. Is it Yellow Card? I can't play it. Probably Little Things. I know the lyric, girls don't want boys, they want guys with money. Yellow Card is a band. Shit. See? Girls and boys. Okay. That's what it is girls and boys. Yellow Card is a band. That means you got to play Through the Fire and Flames is the final boss song. And I got to play Jordan. I got to play Freebird. Girls and Boys, that's the song name. Yeah. Yeah, I can guarantee that that's the song name. I googled the lyrics. I'm pretty sure that was on Guitar Hero. Man, I should play like Osu or DJ Max sometime soon. I really enjoy those games. I'm just really bad at them. Not really bad, but I'm not great. I had a bunch of songs like that on Osu, but reinstalling Osu and finding all those songs again sounds like fresh hell that I do not want to deal with. Bad at music? You can't be that bad if you're playing. Finding songs on Osu is so bad. Dude, it is rough. I had a whole bunch of them, and I would have to go through and be like, no, this version of this song is trash, because whoever designed it just wanted to make it look funny and memeable. Fuck this guy. It was awful. There's a kind of a hole in it, but that's fine. I think this is fine. One professor told me I'm barely talented enough for a professional career. Another told me not to bother auditioning at his school. Well, that's just rude. Nope, that's the wrong one. I need to do front post. And then regular. Okay. Now we're on the right track. Then front post. We're gonna see if we like this. This was another pattern that I thought about using for a different sweater if I got super into making sweaters, which I kind of am. The whole thing is like a gingham plaid. It's like a blue gingham plaid, and then they make circle pockets that look like pies using a waffle stitch. Is super fucking cute. I've seen it on Pinterest quite a bit. I've thought about making that one. And then something with like purple, and then having this star pockets on it. And I think one to match Iris would be super cool. Like, I would love to have... I should make a sweater that looks kind of similar to my dress in some way. I think that would be super cool. Purple. Yes, purple. Purple. The other sweater I have that I made is yellow, teal, and white. I literally just used leftover yarns to try making one, and it's my most worn item I, like, own. If it's not cold enough for like my heavy jacket, I wear that instead, and I've got nothing but compliments on it. Good Charlotte has 3 anthems. There was one of them that was the one that Shock and I were jamming to was one of their anthems. I don't remember. I don't know its name. I'm bad with song names. Well, I'm like really bad with song names. But yeah, the purple one I think would be like purple and pink. I think I would still use black as the like the ribbing and the pockets. Not the pockets. Like the ribbing collar maybe. But then I would make star pockets. I think that would be really cool. But one of my New Year's resolutions is to finish the projects that I currently have, which includes this jacket that I'm working on, a blanket that I started for Shock, a knitted like scarf thing that I was just gonna do it until I ran out, see what I made. Maybe it's a scarf. See what else I have in my box. There's another blanket that I was making that was like, I just made a ton of hexagons out of different colors and I was going to sew them together. Like, there are a lot of hexagons. Okay. That And then we'll get started on our way over again. I was wearing my other sweater that I've made to work, and someone was like, I would buy one of those in all hot pink. And I was like, you don't want to pay me how much I would have to charge you for that, because it would be hella expensive. I also have a lightweight sweater I was making, like a granny sweater I should finish. That one I think just needs to be sewn together. The reason I haven't finished that one is because the yarn is expensive and I didn't know if I needed more of it. Boy, howdy, I have all the messages right now. I see your double crochets. Fuck. Almost just like ripped the shit out of this. That wouldn't have been good. Uh, I'm digging it. Kind of nice. It's another like geometric pattern on top of a geometric pattern, I think is fine. You know what we've been watching? The Barnyard. We've been watching Decorating Sense. If you've never heard of this show, you need to go watch it. It's this lady who goes and helps. It was from the 90s. She thought the show would last for like 3 months, and it lasted for 10 years. But she would go in, like decorate or redecorate people's houses, or specifically one or two rooms for $500 or less. So it was all like things on a budget. But the problem is sometimes it really looked like it was done on a budget, and it was really poorly done. It's great. Sometimes it's great for the cringe. Sometimes it's great because you get like oh, that's not that bad an idea. And then sometimes you want to scream and murder somebody because they decided to paint over good cedar wood. Or like they interviewed a lady who her grandfather had made a dresser out of black oak, and she painted it a nasty fucking green, and you wanted to punt them because it was Black oak is so pretty. But you have people like painting their doors like crazy colors. It's always like crimson red and sage green. And then different shades of beige. It's the worst. It's very interesting. It became really popular because some comedian actually went back and watched it and started just tearing this lady a new one, which sometimes she kind of deserved it because holy shit are some of them bad. But she actually went on the news, like was interviewed about it. They were like, hey, how do you feel about this like 20-year-old, 25-year-old show that you did becoming popular again, but not in a popular like light? And she said, honestly, I didn't want to do the show in the first place. I thought it was going to last 3 months, and then it lasted for 10 years instead. So it was really popular, but I didn't deal with the criticism at the time very well. So, like, it's been tough for me, but I leaned into it, and on my website, you can buy merch making fun of the show. And the proceeds go to this like local nonprofit that's supposed to help people with like building houses and stuff. And I was like, oh man, why is this lady such a good lady? Now I feel bad for criticizing her so hard. The show is called Decorating Sense. We've been really enjoying watching it. It's a show from the 90s. It aired from 97 to 2003. Or 97 to 2007? It lasted for 10 years. Let me see if I could pull up like a short of it. Because it got really popular because some of the stuff on here is bad. Like really bad. Let me switch my Google account or my YouTube account real quick. Decorating Sense. And it's not sense, it's cents, like 2 cents. Let me see if I could find that clip. Shorts. Did I want to play out like a whole episode or something like that? I'm trying to find one that like is really bad. We'll just do this one. Okay.
Cancel your plans. We're staying in and watching this hideous home decor show from... I cannot stop.
Oh my god.
Cancel your plans. We're staying
Sorry,
in and watching this hideous home decor show from the 90s. Decorating Sense was a show on HGTV hosted by Joan Stephan, where they would take a budget of $500 to make a room in your house feel like the Great Depression. In this one, Joan and her accessory to the crime, Nancy, have to redecorate a kid's bathroom. The one thing the owners really need is storage.
This brightly painted box used to be an old medicine cabinet from the 40s.
Okay, not a bad start. We got our storage.
You know what? This is an idea that really was kind of like out of necessity because there is no storage. And I thought, where do you store something in a bathroom?
Why does our shower curtain have pockets? Didn't you just
That's
install a
not fair.
huge medicine cabinet?
That's not
what happened
fair
to that?
guy.
This whimsical
Or to
box
them.
is now home to Allie's Beanie Babies collection and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Got it. So the Beanie Babies go in the medicine cabinet and the toothbrush and Vagisil in the shower curtain. Now look at what this chick has in her house.
I'm going to tell everybody this. The wallpaper that was up here was green and white, and you just weren't happy with the look of it, but you didn't have money to replace it. So you got creative and you just ripped it off one day.
Yes, yes. And underneath, this is what was left. This is the backing
This is so
of
cool.
a vinyl green and white wallpaper.
It just kind of got imprinted on there.
That's the pattern.
What a great story.
Yeah, this isn't as bad as the other ones, but that's kind of the gist of the show. Is, you know, them just trying to find cheap ways to decorate houses in the 90s. So some of it looks very 90s. Some of it looks very bad. some of it's fine. Some of it's really interesting to see, like, 30 years after the show aired, to see that, like, maybe some of these things are coming back into fashion, like tin buckets, right? Tin buckets, not very popular for a long time, but they're starting to get popular in like bathrooms or like farmhouse decor type stuff. And she was using tin buckets quite a bit back then. So it's very interesting. But she's such a sweet lady. At one point, she actually showed her daughter's room because her daughter helped her like decorate her room for really cheap. And they found like a set of 3 wall clocks in different bright colors. And they were talking about it. And she was like, "Do you remember when we picked these and why we picked these?" And her daughter said, "Yeah, so that when Daddy was out of town, we could set the clock to be the same time as where Daddy was." And I was like, "Stop. That's so cute. No." It was criminal. It was criminal how cute it was. It makes it very hard to hate on the show when she's just actually like a genuinely like sweet person, it seems. But I will never forgive someone for painting over a hardwood floor. You paint a hardwood floor, I want to come to your house. Okay. So as you can see, we're making some progress here. Just kind of fix the edge there. The edge is kind of fucky. Put this right here. It's a nice texture. This is what the back looks like. It'd be good to have your hand against. I could always, too, make it like a flap. So this is just on the top, and you have to lift it up. And then just have a solid one in the back. Nah. We're just gonna do a full pocket. That sounds like too much work. Ouch. Let me get a little bit further before I... get a few more. Made any money yet crafting apple pockets or whatever they're called? No. I have made money crocheting in the past. I crocheted Ronnie, and somehow I tried to do, what's that character from Berserk? I didn't watch it, can you tell? Just little things, but not apple pockets. I know what you're talking about, those stupid purse-looking things that are like $600 for no good fucking reason, when it's looks like something that could just be bought at IKEA for $10, if that. Pure branding stunt. was someone who saw my sweater and they wanted it one of my sweaters. Like they were like, if you made that in hot pink, I'd buy it off of you. I was just like, haha, yeah. But I didn't want to tell them like I'm not doing that because I know that you wouldn't want to pay what I would cost. Like a small kid in China worked really hard on that iPhone Pocket for no pay. Yeah, I know, right? He gets paid less than the kid making the phone itself. If I had more money, I'd buy Iris merch. I was kind of talking to a couple people in the barnyard, like, if I were to make crochet a business, which I never will, I'm going to make it very clear, like, I don't want to crochet in order to sell because it's just, oh, it's a lot. In dealing with people and pricings, and it just does not sound like a fun time to me. I'm sure people have heard it before, but you have to have one hobby that's for fun, one for money, one for skill or whatever. Crochet is my fun hobby. I don't do that for money. But if I were to do it for money, I would hand crochet like VTubers and sell those to like commission basis. The problem is that they would be so expensive that I feel like most people would be priced out of it. So and I would have to learn a lot to do that, which isn't necessarily a problem. Like I said, it's kind of like, it's my fun hobby. It's what I enjoy learning about. But like imagine I like crochet a Saba or an Iron Mouse or something, and they like look at it and are like, that is so cool, and feature it on their channel. Like I would have so many commissions for those. But I know better than that. That seems like a lot more work than I'm willing to put into it. People literally play Warframe now because of Iron Mouse. Yeah. Imagine being famous and having rich people problems. Yeah. Fucking imagine. No, it's more of a like, I don't want to put that kind of work into it. Not to have no payout, because the payout would be the experience of doing it. But I don't like the idea of having to pick and choose who I would do after that. Which reminds me, I have to remake a Twitter account. Ranked crochet is not your style. I have never liked ranked anything. So you would be correct. Warframe has good game features and stuff. People, I play TFD, which is bad. Iron Mouse, Warframe is good. People, Warframe is good. Yeah. I know there were a bunch of people who started playing Diablo because Crony played it too. Another big problem with like crocheting people, like crocheting characters and stuff, is just we kind of mentioned it earlier, is people's models are just so complex, and they've only been getting more and more complex. The amount of like limiting I would have to do and like simplifying would probably make a lot of people upset. Like when you look at Moo's model, I couldn't do it. There's too many pieces on it, you know? Remember Choo Choo's Charles dev just flopped after his streamer game had 10 minutes of total content? Yeah. Yeah, and she's always adding pieces. Like I've kind of talked about it on stream before, like I would love to make dolls of friends, but Moo always changing. I mean, I could do Kaiko, but I don't know if I can legitimately do it. I would just have to try. I should just get over it and just try. I could probably make Tofu or Biggs. Well, I've only ever made one dude doll, and it did not go well. Part where it goes really high up before it goes back to the main theme is the part that makes me want to punch a wall. Yeah, no, like streamer games are the worst. I like the amount of times people are like, hey, you should play this game, and then by the time I think about it, the game is no longer interesting to anybody. It is like not worth it for me. There are plenty of games that haven't gotten that, like kind of got that treatment, like Peak, that I still play regularly. Phasmo is the same way. But there are a lot of games that just like are made to be played on stream by big streamers to get popular. Is wild. I honestly should just go through and see if there's any of those that I still have and get rid of them. Uninstall them. Are we there yet is another one. Like, we enjoyed it, but it is not a game that you can play multiple times. Peak had proven devs. They made Crab Souls game. Yeah. And they cared a lot about the game. They continually updated it and made it interesting. And they seem to genuinely care just in general. I haven't played their Crab Souls game. I did play Crash Out Crew, the demo when it was out. That was pretty goofy. I like the Pete updates, even though I'm bad and can't get past the jungle. The new routes is really rough. Really, really rough. We're pretty good at it, but man. I really like the gal who announces all of the updates. She is definitely like around my age with a similar humor. I'm sorry, sometimes we just fix the bugs that we cause. We didn't realize that people actually like them. Sorry, we put it back. See, sometimes we do listen. They're great. I like them a lot. One time I almost got to the top of the volcano but ran out of food inside and nearly ripped my dick off. They made it so that if you're playing with others, you can cannibalize them now, at least. Could have cannibalized your fiance. That would have worked, right? I had it platinumed until they added the most recent patch. I'm missing 2 badges because you have to like roll specific items in order to get them. And I did not. I have not had those specific items come up. We also started playing a bunch of other games, so we haven't played Peak since that update came out, so. Speaking of which, I need to talk to the group and see if there's a game in particular they would like to play on Thursday. Stream. We bought Midnight Heist and we've been really enjoying that. It's kind of like Phasmo. You're given a contract, you have to go in, do specific objectives, but you're also being hunted by a ghost. The ghost type changes from map to map, or I guess from contract to contract. We've also played Jump Space. That game's been really fun. I've been playing a lot of Old Market Simulator with Courtney. It's a matter of what people want to do. Honestly, I should go back and like replay some of these solo games that I have, or just straight up play them. For example, I've never played any Fallout game. Sounds like Lethal Company or Repo. Yeah, it's kind of like Lethal Company and Repo. It's another friend slop-esque game. But it feels more like Phasmophobia than those two. It's been really fun. I highly suggest it. Older Fallouts were good from the story perspective, but had really weak gameplay. The newer ones had the opposite problem, so I've heard. I played 76 when it came out, and I haven't really played it since. I got really frustrated because I couldn't do a whole lot because, like, the only thing I was good at was going to the scrapyards because everyone just kind of scattered and I didn't know what was happening, so... New Vegas is probably your Hannah Montana moment. We're watching the Fallout series, and I mean I've watched enough like walkthroughs and gameplay from like Jabbo and a whole bunch, like tons of people. So like I've seen enough content to know enough about the story. Hi Leo. Leo, please don't. Leo, please don't. Yes, you're extremely cute. Can you stay there? That's a good spot. But I haven't actually played them. So, but most people don't play New Vegas on their, like, on their channels or anything. So when we got to the Fallout show, they're in New Vegas, which I don't think that's a spoiler. I'm pretty sure that's pretty well understood. But, they were like, they showed some faction that I had never heard of. And Jeremy was like, "You've never heard of these guys? Did you never play New Vegas?" I was like, "Jeremy, no, I didn't. I grew up away from, like, kids, or, like, away from video games. I don't know what you want from me." I can't wait to see it. I haven't been watching TV. My favorite thing is inside my eyeballs. Away from kids. Iris, I'm 4 years older than you, and I played New Vegas. No. So I wasn't allowed, like, a lot of computer game time because we had 3 kids and 1 computer. And then even when growing up, like, other games that I wanted to play, I couldn't play anything rated teen until my brother was a teen, and he's 7 years younger than me. So I basically was never allowed to play anything that wasn't rated E. So yeah, I never got to play it. Sounds just like Jeremy, I know. We kept around a lot of old PCs, and my brother had his own computer. There was a Windows 98 in the basement with Doom and Fury 3 on it. Nice. Yeah, no, I did not have that. I missed out on a lot. I'm sure I would have been great at Halo and other games like that if I had the access. Ow, Leo. I was the youngest, so I basically took the family computer into my room. Fucking babies of the family. No, you didn't. I think I did. The only reason I say that is because I ended up, you know, in a space where video games is a big deal. The only skills I got were music, and I'm not even using that, so. Okay, so let's flip this over. This is the waffle stitch. It does look like a waffle. You like waffles, Leo? Here. Rotate this a little bit so you can see Leo. Oh, okay. You can do that too, I guess. Wow, okay. Fucking phone. As long as it's not blue, it's green. Come on. Jeez Louise. Okay, so I learned from my mistake. We're not going to do that again. I know what a blue waffle is. Don't worry. I was trying to show you Leo. I don't know if you saw Supa, but I did a Phasmophobia collab with Moo and Kaiko and Shrimpy. Hi, Leo. And Kaiko named her stream 4 Girls, 1 Ghost. And I was like, oh, I don't know if she knows what that means. Saw bits of that. It was great. Leo, stay there. I swear to God. It was a great stream. I had a lot of fun. I just filtered that out. I remember getting into the call with Moo and Shrimp, because they were in the call before Kaiko was. And I said, oh my God, Kaiko. He was like, what's going on? I said, look at her stream title. He was like, I don't know if she knows what that means. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I told her about 2 Girls, 1 Cup at one point in a stream. Leo. Oh my God. I'm trying to stream from the stream, or trying to crochet using the stream as my eyes, because Leo is in front of me. Kaiko's innocence is precious. True. Okay, Leo. Leo, stop. Leo. Oh my God. Ugh. Leo, you fucked it, and I can't fix it. Leo. Okay, sir, you're gonna have to leave. Fucking chaos. I mean, I should be done soon anyway, but like, God. You think Kitty needs floor time? Look, if I try to put him on the floor, it won't work. He fucked this real bad. As good as it's gonna get for now. She's well versed in how to be a good person, and that's the knowledge that matters. Yes. Echo is too sweet and innocent. Sometimes. Sometimes I think she knows what she did. I'm just glad I met you all. Yeah. I'm glad that, you know, Kaiko reached out to me. I don't think I would still be streaming if Kaiko hadn't reached out to me. I know that she's grown a lot more than I have, but I probably wouldn't have kept up with it. Or attempted to. You've all rubbed off on me now, so I'll do Justice Soapbox rambles like Kaiko and then put on Deedly. It's gonna be the background music while you're saying like super epic stuff. The only reasons why I haven't offered to collab with you are one, what good would I do, and two, you and the whole barnyard collab so I feel more useful in chat. I get that. I feel that way sometimes when I'm talking to like Moo, where I'm like, I don't help the channel at all for her. And she has plenty of other people that she can do stuff with. Got Ammon, and Dom, and Kaiko. Her channel's made one viewer at a time. That's true. Any channel is made that way. Unless you're the kind of person that buys viewers, in which case, fuck you. But Leo's on the floor now. He decided he didn't like that I tried to blow aloe vera in his face. Why do you think that could be? I think it's mostly the whistling sound that came from it. Yeah, I'll see what people want to do on Thursday for game. Crochet's coming along. It's coming along pretty fast. Much better than the Tunisian would have. Next week I'll do more crochet on stream. Hopefully I'll have the black on time to be able to do the rest of the sleeve. And then I'll be doing Animal Crossing. Trying to think out my week. I want to be a lot more diligent about making sure I stream more. Because I want to, like, actually push myself for once. I've just been kind of coasting on, like, everything I do, you know? It's just hard because I don't want to, like, force anybody to do anything. And I do spend, like, almost every night in chat with the barnyard. I'm just not sure what that balance would be. What I gotta do, all that kind of stuff. I'll yell at you if there's no crochet when I member crochet. Okay. I'm gonna try and, like, be, like, super diligent about the crochet because I think that's kind of a niche thing. It's not easy to find people crocheting on Twitch anyway, but also, like, for it to also be a VTuber, I think is kind of a thing. Barnyard chat is just a normal chat. Yeah. That's your corner on the market. Exactly. So I think I personally might have two kind of corners on the market that I can do. It's crocheting as a VTuber and also Path of Exile. Specifically Path of Exile 1 as a VTuber. There aren't very many VTubers that stream it. It's mostly live flesh tubers that stream it. It's I mean, even when you think of, like, HoloLive in them, I don't think any of them play regular Path of Exile. It's all Path of Exile 2. I think those are like my two things that I think I can do very well. Like, everything you do distinguishes yourself. You're nice, you're funny, your music selection has caused me to just send. Yeah, filthy skin tubers. I try to be attentive. I'm not always very good at it. If I get super sucked into something, I let it slip. But I try to be, because I don't know. That seems like the point of streaming, is to watch or to interact with chat. You know? Hey, why do they keep being action? But I want to make sure that I do more as far as, like, being more consistent, because I feel like, so last year, 2025, I applied for a couple different agencies and never heard back from any of them. And I think a big part of that is not being consistent at all. I mean, if I were consistent, always showing up to streams, always streaming for, you know, a certain amount of time. Agencies, yeah. I don't want to talk about that too much just because you never know if they, like, have it backed up somewhere and want to talk about it later. But I did. I thought it would be fun to do that. But I think there's a lot of things holding me back from that. And a big part of that is the consistency problems. I follow someone who got burned so hard by an agency it got turned into a Muujin video. I get that. No Niji Sanji, absolutely not. I would not do Niji Sanji. I want you guys to know, like, I wouldn't just pick a random agency or, like, a big name just because it's a big name. Like, I'm not gonna do that. The two that I auditioned for have good reputation. Very different reputations. But good reputations. But clearly I didn't hear from them because I'm talking about it and still on my own channel. So it's okay. Read your contract very, very, very carefully. Yes, absolutely. You don't have to worry about that part. I don't have like a lawyer that I can send it to like offhand, but I would find one. I've watched too many Muujin videos. I think I've watched almost all of the VTuber Muujin videos. Niji Sanji is a fucking nightmare. The shoujo was wild. I love digging in the Niji mines, I'm sure. I love seeing like the videos from Muujin about those, about Niji in particular, because there are so many of them. There's just a ridiculous amount. It feels never ending. I'm like, oh no, I watched. Oh no, I did not. How does it get worse? I watched his V Shoujo stuff, Niji stuff, obviously. I'm pretty sure he did a whole thing on Rusha. That was wild. Beyonce looks at me weird when I watch Parrot, 4chan, Muujin, and Rev. I don't know two of those. You sent me something. Okay, I'll look at it after stream because I'm probably gonna wrap up here soon. Because it is almost 11. And I have to go back into the office for the first time in almost 3 weeks. I don't like talking gossip out here. I mean, talking about like videos from other people, I don't mind. But yeah, man, I have to go back to work for the first day in like 3 weeks. I had 2 weeks off because we have like a holiday. And before then I had like work at home days I had to burn because you can't carry them into the new year. So I worked from home the week before. So I haven't had to look presentable or do anything outside of my house, outside for like Christmas, for 3 weeks. So I should probably be a little more presentable than I was. Amano Seraphi. That I'm okay with graduating to work with an agency. You won't hear from me, and then 1.5 years later, indie VTuber account is back with vague whispers that something happened. Oof. Yeah, there's... Ugh. I've seen a lot of that kind of stuff. That's wild. You get work from home, like days off. Ah, Leo, that hurts. No, I get that. I appreciate it, Beef. I mean, I'm gonna be very, very careful. And I want to be very careful with, you know, my indie persona as well. Like, I don't want Iris to go somewhere, you know? Yeah, no, I get work from home, so every week I get 2 days off, work from home. Every Monday and Friday I work from home, and then you get 6 work from home days in a year. But I had started in September, so I thought they would prorate them, but they didn't. So I had like 3 before the end of the year because I had to have people come look at the air conditioning and heater and shit. So, yeah, I had a bunch of time I had to use before the end of the year. We don't know how it's going to be tracked this upcoming year because things have changed quite a bit. I can't talk about like my normal job a whole lot on stream just because it's a lot. I don't want to call it like an NDA because it's not an NDA, but it's a lot of like information that the public isn't supposed to know. What's going on here? Okay. I don't want it. I don't want people asking questions. But yeah, I get a lot of work from home type days or half days or days off just in general. I believe they sent the new calendar for me today, but it was just so busy I couldn't look through it. I'd rather explore the mysteries of Deedly Dee and Barnyard with you than work. True. I mean, the work is interesting. I get to see a lot of things that I probably should be under NDA for, but I'm not. I'm smarter than to just start talking about it. But it is also talking about work, off work hours. And I don't want to do that either. I miss seeing the semis. Yeah, I used to send Supa pictures of the absolutely trashed semis from my old work. Because I would get pictures of all of the wrecked ones so that I could, like, get the license plates and stuff back. Some of them were funny because the entire truck's, like, top would be ripped off. Or it would have been burned to the fucking ground. There would be nothing. So, it's pretty funny. I'm still really close with the people from that work. So maybe I can have them send me pictures sometime of some of the really ridiculous ones. Hey, if you get a truck that was lit on fire, can you send me the picture? That's fucking wild. Academia is like being a VTuber. Like before there was VTubers, it's just a small band of people. And though they work for a university or an agency, none are fungible. They have their individual stuff. Everyone stands up. I get that. God, I want out. Aren't you almost done? Almost done with the schooling part of it? Is it just the schooling that sucks? I'm lucky to have, if I get hired, a job that will pay decently well. Ah, got it. Understood. I was looking at trying to get a job at the local community college because they give free education as one of their benefits. And that would be really nice. Gosh, I could sit here and just crochet all night. Maybe like 10 more minutes. We'll do 10 more minutes. Like what, 2 more rows? I went to undergrad for free because my dad was a professor where I went. Oh, nice. I had a full ride to college and I fucking blew that shit. I don't even know what I would study. Like, I'm like, yeah, I would love to get free college if I go to this other job. Or if I were to get a job there. I was never asked to interview, but I would love to get free college. And then I'm like, what the fuck would I study? Going to that school has many problems for me, but since my transcript was sabotage, I couldn't do much better. Oof. Maybe if I, by the time I finish schooling, we would actually give a shit about the climate again, and I could be a meteorologist of some kind. But I kind of doubt it. People think clouds are created from airplanes, so... Scientists still do. Some scientists. I'm talking about like climate change denier type people. I know that there are some amount of clouds that are actually created by airplanes, but not all of them. Yeah. The same birds aren't real type people. Michael Mann, one of his main client scientists, just put out a book on this, Science Under Siege. Yeah. That's... yeah. That's why I hesitate, because if I were to go back into college, it would be for something like that. And it just doesn't feel worth it when I'm 30. And the world around us looks the way it does. I should just, like, go into schooling for accounting or something. Or HR. I thought about that, too. Ugh. I just hate being a part of that machine. That's why I wanted to leave my profession. Yeah. There's so many people that work like with cool stuff scientifically, like Blue. You see them? You see them in chat. He does a lot of really cool work. Not gonna lie, I don't think I could take dealing with the grown-ass children at college if I went back. That's fair. To be fair, I would be mostly going to like a community college to start with, if that. I don't think I could handle teenagers again. 'Cause that's essentially what they are. I need to sleep. Thank you for all you do. You're important. No, you're important. But no, take care of yourself. Get some sleep. Once I get out with my degree, and if I stay in this. Here we go. Use my degree to write philosophy and ethics to work on climate crisis stuff. Ooh, that would be nice. Or something closely related. Yeah, climate stuff is just... it's so spooky. I don't live in a place that would be affected by it that much, but... I mean, we're already affected a little bit because of people moving from areas that would be affected by it. I'm more... oh, man. I just don't know what I would do. You know, someone who means the world to me lives in Florida. Yeah... Florida's a rough place. That one, it wouldn't exist. We don't get snow anymore, and devastating forest fires become a yearly occurrence. Yeah, we don't get snow anymore here either. I haven't had a white Christmas since I was in like middle school, and it's so fucking depressing. This is a combo for when you're well rested. Yeah, get some sleep. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll feel better. I'll be back Thursday. Probably with the barnyard, though. Yeah, we haven't really had snow. Like, we've had really cold, like, bitter cold snaps, but that's about the extent of what we've gotten. The only other time we've gotten snow, like, we get a little bit. Like, not enough to even cover the ground. It's been really depressing. And tornadoes have been really bad. We've had either floods or droughts and basically no in between. Dust Bowl 2.0 or something. Like, goddamn. Every time there's some participation, it comes with warmth, so it jumps from 20 degrees Fahrenheit at night to 34. Ooh, that sucks. I feel like we don't even really get thunderstorms that often. Baiting us with snow, but Mother Nature never puts out. Just blue balling you, dude. Bluer balls than a snowman. Okay. It's 11. I should probably call it. So let's see who is live currently. Got Napoleon, Lopi, Fieri, Basi Tora. Let's go see Napoleon, I think. There's never really anyone crocheting online, so. Gonna mute that. Raid. Napoleon blown apart. There's my raid message. Like I said, I'll be back on Thursday. I'm not sure what game we're gonna play, but it'll be me and the rest of the group. Yeah. And then yeah, if you ever notice I am not crocheting when I should be, yell at me. I'm gonna be better about it this year. I feel like I was doing really good and then the holidays hit. I think that's what happens to everyone, but I want to stay on top of it this time. So that's the plan. Okay, with that, let's see Napoleon. Whoosh. I will yell.